Hello and welcome back to Planet Coaster. Last time we opened Balin's Fun Time, and we're currently working out what we want to charge for it, basically. So, we also need to improve the queue, because right now the queue kind of looks alright. We got a 40, let's have a look, we got a 43 rating for this queue, but for instance, things like this, we got like 100% rating, so we can do better. So we got kind of this redstone. How about we change the terrain around here? We'll make this all kind of stony. Yeah, kind of continue what we got here. Because on that one we have, I think, kind of a sandy stone that we've got over there. And this one, let's lower the intensity to about 50 here. Because that's what it should be. That's about 50. Increase the size of our brush and we'll... Ooh, maybe not that much. Increase the size of our brush and then we'll just kind of... We'll just make it stony all around. That's kind of cool. Do something like that. Yeah. That looks alright. I'm okay with that. And this is gonna... Maybe we'll extend it out to the whole thing, because this doesn't cost us money, does it? No. We're just gonna go around here. We'll just make this very stony looking. Yeah. That's alright. We definitely need to increase the size if we're doing this kind of size of area. There we are. Something like this. Yeah. That's what we're after. Yeah, it looks a bit odd. Maybe we'll intersperse it with some of that. It looks alright. It's not great, but it looks alright. It'll look better once we have more things going out even further. I accidentally put in like... Oh, I think that might be there at the start, but maybe we'll make High Garden just very green. I thought about that before, because it's not actually completely green yet, but we'll just make that like super green. There we go. High Garden and the surrounding areas are super green, and this area is just not at all. Right. Now what we want to do is we want to work out like what are people saying about it. Q looks fast. I want to get on it. Okay, that's fine. Here, it didn't actually improve the scenery rating anymore, but it kind of sets us up for if we want to do like a little bit of kind of rock stuff here. We want to do alpine rocks. Is there other types? We basically want to go to nature and we want to put in rocks. Alpine rocks appear to be what we have. Oh, we have some other types of rocks. Yeah, we will put in some other types of rocks here. This is all we're going to do is we're just going to like, put in a little rock display. Just this is the Iron Isles. It's kind of unforgiving. Maybe we'll switch to a different rock here. Just, once we put in enough, it'll kind of look. It'll start to take shape. Are there any like large rock? There we go. That's a large rock. Something like that's what we're looking for. Just kind of make it look a bit like a stony shore. Yeah. Also, the fact that we only really have rocks and plants. It leads us to a rock display, basically. I mean, what we might want to do is we might want to put in some more water as well, if we could. We want some smaller, large rocks in here. Something like that. And then maybe we just want some small rocks around the place. So there's like, in here, start spinning around some rocks. Maybe just little rock clumps every now and then. They'll start to take a little bit more shape once maybe put in like some of those inside them. Yeah. Let's make it look kind of randomly formed. Looks cool. Right, what people think about the ride now. I actually kind of like the queue already. Yeah, we're going to put in some large rocks here. There we go, some more large rocks that kind of flash with each other in weird ways. Is what we're looking for. There we go. Something like that maybe, and then we'll put in some rocks in here to kind of intersperse. That wasn't what I meant to do. There we go. And there we go. Right. Hello. We had a small little crash with my recording software, which I didn't notice until 5 minutes or so from this point. Well, from the point we were just at. So what I've done here is I basically chiseled out some of the ground here, put in some water and made the rock display look a little bit nicer. So this should have like 100% rating on its stuff. 82. Okay. And people are not happy that they have to queue for a very long time for that. So we don't know if our ticket price of 17 is right. It seems like it is right. I also started putting in a little bit more scenery over here to increase the scenery rating overall. And I made this parapet go up a little bit because it was annoying me that it was slipping. And that's about what we did in the crash. I don't think it's worth going back to a previous save, so we're going to go back to putting in scenery. Let's unpause the game. Start putting in some scenery. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to aim for that scenery rating of 60 challenge, which we're very close to getting. I think we're at like 45? 48. Okay, so we're very close. Red leafy bushes, well, that's what we're after. Just put in a few more of these around the place. Make it look a little bit nicer. I think we're going to go to about there. Maybe a few under the bridge. Yeah, that looks alright. Apart from that bit that was slipping. Yeah, that looks alright. Apart from that one that's actually above all the rest. Delete that. Put this under. There we go. Cool. That looks reasonable. This one's kind of off a little bit. So what we might want to do is we might want to just move this down. Something like that. Yeah, that looks alright. Once we close that. Yeah, that looks alright. What's our scenery rating at now? Still 48. Maybe we could improve kind of outside here. I'm just trying to put in more flowers in high garden kind of area. We could fill up this entire area with like purple flowers. I suppose it's not too bad an idea. Let's try our drag select here. Yeah, okay. Move selection there. I really want to duplicate selection actually, if that's alright. Control D doesn't let us do it there. Interesting. Save as blueprint. Yeah, okay, we'll save this as, I don't know. That'll do. Oh, we have to set a tag. Scenery. Other. There we go. That works. Great blueprint. So now I can go in here and I can be like, I want to select the blueprint. Where is it? Did I not just create a blueprint? Seems like I created a blueprint and it's not there anymore. Interesting. There is a custom blueprint? Or are the blueprints filtered not to include my stuff? Huh. I did not know that. Weird. Weird that you would filter it so that you can't see your own stuff. Anyway, let's go to custom and put in some more red leafy things, I guess. We'll do it manually, because there isn't a way of doing it not manually. Automatically, as some people would call that. Right, there we are. Let's put in some more red leafy bushes. Right. Maybe go a little bit extreme on the red leafy bushes. That's kind of what we're after here. In case you wonder what kind of the weird sci-fi music is, that's from Cosmic Car Milkshakes. There we are. Along here. In there. We actually have one that's above the rest. There we are. In there. I don't think we've got any that were above there. I was just double checking. Right. And we'll put in these ones along here. Right. There we go. More flowers being put in. We almost have enough money to start our new ride. Only cost us like $1 for each of these, so definitely worth it if it gets us $1,000 in the end. And it makes our people happier. Yeah. Maybe one more. We'll just finish off this little line and then maybe we'll switch plant or something. I don't know. Something like that. I still wish there was like a click and drag. Kind of City Skylines-esque. You know, where you can drag trees all over the place. I think that would be really useful for this one. There we are. I can kind of do it if I just keep clicking. We can kind of simulate that. Okay, what's our scenery rating now? 51. That's not bad. I'm gonna switch plant to something like this. Yeah, we'll just switch plant. We'll do something like that all the way along. Yep. Something like this. Just fill it up with nice looking plants. There we go. Keep filling it up, keep filling it up. Yeah. Just trying to make it look kind of like an actual garden without any gardening skill. There we go. Something like this. Yeah, we'll just fill up this area as well. Are we running out of money yet? No, we're actually gaining money while doing this. We can't spend money as fast as we're getting it. At least not on plants. There we are. All the way along here. That's looking alright. That's looking alright. You got any more bushes, or these are pretty much our options? These are our options, so we'll just keep this bush going. This one looks fine. Fill it in here. It's just clashing with some of the rides. That's why it's not working 100% of the time, because it doesn't like you stacking things on top of each other when they're rides and not rides, basically. Yeah, see, it's like obstructed. Yeah, we can put that down a little bit and just raise it back up. Fill up this back area with lovely looking plants until we get our scenery rating up. What is our scenery rating now? We should probably check. Our scenery rating is 57. We're very close. Right. Keep filling up this back area. Keep filling it up. Keep filling it up. Right. Okay. Anybody around here got anything else they're doing? Nope. Right. I was just seeing if there was anything that we could see that we wanted to maybe change our look for. I actually don't want to go too much into the tree line, because I kind of like the tree line as it is, but we'll fill up this grass area. It seems to not want to place them after a certain point. It's like, nope, you can't place them there, even though you quite clearly could. I think it's got maybe a delay, so you can't place too many plants at the so you can't just place down like 10 plants at the same time. It's got a little like, you have to wait 1 second before placing a plant kind of thing. It's fine. There we go. Something like that. Maybe a little bit less on the end. That's not too bad. What's our scenery rating now? 60. We did it. Challenge complete. Claim reward. Aha. Fantastic. We got an extra 1,000. I think it's time for another roller coaster. Although Loris keeps breaking down. So maybe we need to fix our current roller coaster. How often has it been down? 7%? It's actually not that much. It's not as much as I thought it was. What are people feeling about Balin's Fun Time now? I've been queuing for ages. I'm not queuing that much. Okay. Fine. But it's not the price that's turning people away, I don't think. It looks massive right now. The queue time's not that long, but I suppose it's because the ride is very long. Is there a way of speeding up the ride? We change our departure interval so they don't wait as long. But it's not like we're waiting on people to get on the ride. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good way of explaining it. It's not like we're waiting on... It's not like the ride's not full and then it's not setting off enough. Oh, are mechanics unhappy? Why? He wants to be paid a little bit more. Well, we did... I don't know if this was on the video or a bit that we lost, but we did We did train him up a little bit. Because our rides kept getting broken down. No, let's put in another roller coaster. How about we stick with kind of our island theme, even though this one really doesn't fit, but maybe we'll do like a Stannis coaster, and we'll put it in here, and we'll have like a Dragonstone area. It's like we'll make a little island, How about, here's an idea, I quite like it. I need to just test something with our coasters, and then I'll tell you my idea. Can we? Yeah, we can undo. But yes, we can put a roller coaster start on top of a castle. Okay, so what about if we create a little Dragonstone castle for Stannis to be in? That could be cool. So let's start by chiseling out a little castle. So let's get our chisel tool out. And we'll just go around like this. Wouldn't need it to be bigger. Let's look at how big a coaster is right now. That's alright. It would fit on that much. So maybe actually just a little bit. Oh, lights back. Maybe just a little bit larger. What we had there. There we go. What did I just undo? I don't know. But that's fine. Let's start by chiseling. So we want to start maybe a little bit larger and a little bit further away. Maybe not quite that large. There we go. Move it back. A little bit smaller, like 4. Yeah, that's what we're after. Then we want to make just a very large kind of island for him. Why can we not go down here? Oh, we can go down here. It didn't like the angle we were going at. Maybe push would be better? Yeah, push is a little bit better for what we're doing right now. Maybe a little bit lower intensity as well. There we go. Something. Oh, don't know why that went over there. That's fine. Something a little bit like this is what I'm aiming for. Down here. Just a big... I don't know why it kind of jumps all over the place. It's weird. My mouse definitely isn't jumping because you can see where I'm pointing. Okay, down here. Something like that, and then we'll go to chisel to kind of push in to that area. Okay. Chisel down into that area. Something like this is what I'm thinking. Put it on its own separate island. Yo, chisel, chisel. And this will look a lot better once we put the outside of this with water. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in here, rough water. There we go. This needs to be chiseled a little bit more, but we can chisel a little bit more. Right. Now we've got some water, we can start working with it. Why did the water disappear? Weird. Something like that? Yeah, we're starting to get the island taking shape. Just needed a little bit more room to put in water. There we go. We need to push a little bit more in here. Oh, now we got light back. It's going to be a little bit easier to see what's going on. There we go. A little bit more in there, a little bit more in there. Maybe a little bit more chiseling going on. Like underneath the island. Get it to rise up a little bit. There we go. Something a little bit like this. We can actually zoom in a little bit more and get kind of underneath. What we're aiming to do is we're just aiming to get the water to rise by giving them more space for the water to rise, if you know what I mean. Like, the water will then, I think, rises to like the level of the scenery around it or something like that. I don't know. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but if we just chisel out a little bit more, we'll be able to get the water to kind of rise up a little bit higher than it is right now. Right. We go down further here. Yeah. There we go. It's almost an island we've made here. A little cove in over there. If we break down this bit. Yeah, cool. Can we put in more water? I don't think we can. I think it's just like it's either filled with water or it's not. Yeah, this is going to be our island. And we're going to put in a little island castle. So let's go over here and start grabbing some stuff. We may have to leave some of this till next time, but that's fine. I just want to grab like that selection, duplicate selection, place over here, split selection from building. Cool. Then we're going to move it over here. Right, and that's going to be like our castle wall. Right, and I think we'll end the episode here. Thank you for watching. Next time we will focus on getting this castle done and making our Stannis coaster. See you then. Goodbye.